Okay, we're back. I finished this one. Or that top one there. Okay. Ah, shit.
This is more...
We're good.
No more genocide today, monsters. No more embers will be delivered now. I'm certain I'll find Gravin resting in his pod.
Save game. Return to game.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried. I thought something terrible might happen to you at the furnace. Especially since your memory is gone.
No, I don't remember much of anything. I wouldn't even know my own name if you hadn't told me.
Every Cyclopean child knows the name of Grimwall. You're the great hero of the War of the One.
War of the One. Can you tell me about it?
Oh my. You are confused, aren't you? The War of the One was a pivotal point in the history of our people. For years, we had fought the insectoids, neither side gaining ground as the planet was ravaged by countless battles. The Makers, creators of all and of nothing, watched silently for many years before taking action. They spoke to the leaders of both sides through grand visions, declaring that there was to be one final battle for supremacy. The victor would rule the planet, and the defeated race would be forced underground, never to return to the surface again.
We won?
Yes, thanks to you. You destroyed nearly a third of the troops, all by yourself.
If we won, then why are these things back above ground?
No one really knows. Actually, no one really believed the story of the War of the One, or thought that there were any insectoids. Until now.
That evil machine will be silent for a while.
Evil? It's just a furnace. Isn't it?
The thing was burning children, Gravin. Cyclopean children.
What? But how can this be? Gromna would never allow such a thing to happen.
Gromna. That's the name the bugs were using at the furnace. They said he's giving the orders to burn the children's bodies.
That's absurd. He's my mentor. A brilliant entomologist. He'd never...
What?
Entomologist. He's our foremost specialist on insects. That's why the Peace Council chose him for this mission.
Mission? What mission? What the hell is going on here?
We were sent here to examine this hive a few months ago. We were captured, but Gromna convinced the Queen to put aside her plans of conquest and negotiate a peace treaty. Since then, it's been peaceful for both sides. In fact, tomorrow is the day that both leaders will meet to sign the treaty.
I tell you it's true, Gravin. Something is terribly wrong here, and I think that this Gromna person is somehow involved. You must help me.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not unless you have some physical proof to back up these wild accusations.
Very well. If proof is what you want, then that's what you'll get. Gravin, Chick-Tock requires authorization to upgrade my ID harness. Who can do that?
Normally, Gromna is the only one who can authorize such upgrades. But with the increased activity in the Queen's chambers, he remains there almost exclusively. I think we can fool Chick-Tock if I make my position sound important enough.
What should I say?
Tell him that your authorization comes from Gravin, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty. That should do it. Take my advice. That harness you're wearing won't get you past every security device. You might want to see the cyber technician for an upgrade.
No shit.
Who designed these robotics?
Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Where is he?
He is within the Queen's chambers. Since it is the eve of retribution, there is much preparation required. His plan must be executed perfectly.
Eve of retribution?
Are your memory pathways in need of service? The eve of retribution is known by us all. As of tomorrow, we will return to our rightful position as the dominating race of the planet. Under the guise of peace, we shall collect a debt that has been unpaid for decades.
What plan do you speak of?
Your memory banks must be fluctuating. Gromna has seen the error of his kind's ways and has come to aid us in our desire for revenge. With his gift of cybernetics, we shall once again rule the surface.
How will this gift aid us? Are we not mighty enough to conquer the Cyclops without them?
Without the speed of cybernetics, we would be vulnerable to the nuclear fire which the enemy controls, incinerated before we even reach the city. But with the aid of cybernetics, we will be swarming within the walls of the capital before their hands can even reach the launch buttons. The dawn will bring the age of the insectoid. It is inevitable.
I require my ID harness to be upgraded.
Upon whose
Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Graben. Hold while I search my databanks for confirmation. My records indicate that Graben is the assistant to Gromna. However, his authorization alone is not enough. I will need to verify that you are of sufficient age to be placed within the Royal Guard. Proceed to limb scanner for positive age identification.
The furnace operator's mechanical limb. An insectoid pincher. The edges... no luck.
Age requirements verified. Upgrade authorized. Step forward to have ID harness upgraded. Prepare for upgrade treatment.
Treatment? What treatment?
A treatment. They found a way to slow down the disease. It says here that a Dr. Morgan was ultimately responsible for developing the DNAV treatment. Didn't you study with the Dr. Morgan back in med school?
I was still a sophomore when he earned his doctorate.
Well, the treatment's called HOPE. It's supposed to decelerate the growth of the DNAV, almost doubling the lifespan of affected children.
The Aztecs found a way to survive the plague of Quetzalcoatl without conventional modern medicine. Well, hey, if Morgan is close to a cure, a true cure, then maybe he can use another set of hands. Maybe it's time to pack up here and go home.
Ah, there's a fire in my brain! Looks like an operating table.
password?
Grab. A large hut. The glow from within.
Royal Guard class confirmed. Enter.
Yes! This Cyclops is half bug. Who are you?
Gritza.
Gritza?
Yes, that's my name, Gangplank.
Where are you from?
From...
Where are you from?
From... Team... Ream...
Team? What team is that?
Research team sent to examine insectoids. Gromna, the leader, betrayer.
Gromna? He was your leader and betrayer? How did he betray you?
Betrayer. He did this to me. My body. Not Cyclops anymore. Half beast. His experiments left me for I am a freak now.
What has he done to you? What experiments?
His quest wants to live forever. These insects as the answer.
What? I don't understand. What answer?
Bastard!
What are you doing here?
My duty to the Queen.
What duty is that?
Tend the young ones. They are fragile children. So young. Bottles of joy.
These bottles have children in them?
Clones. Gromna's pets.
By the Maker! These are Cyclops babies!
Dr. Morgan? What test is this?
Ah, Max. You're just in time. This is a test of the subject's threshold. The serum will travel directly to the neurotransmitters of the brain and without actually harming the monkey, cause it to feel excruciating pain all over its body.
What? That's not an experiment. It's torture! What possible purpose?
When you outrank me in lab years, Max, you can question the methods. I see the potential fruits of our research, and that justifies the means. A valuable lesson in scientific research, Max. In layman's terms, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Dizzy. Can't concentrate. No, my strength will break the bottle. I need something to cut it free. Grap.
Grep.
Grap? Now what? A Cyclops baby in a bottle. Atrocity! A tube or tunnel of some sort. I wonder how it can be activated. By the Maker!
Shut up.
If allowed to mature, these vile insectoid grubs would overrun the world. A tube or Graben? Well, that's not right. Well, that's... Come on! If allowed to mature, these vile insectoid grubs would overrun the world.
Fucking annoying ass kids outside. Jesus.
I brought you the proof you asked for, Graben. Are you going to help me?
By the Makers. Yes, of course. I suppose we should search Gromna's pod. Come on. I have his globe code.
I've seen your fellow team members in the Queen's chambers. Gromna has interchanged their lower bodies with insectoid anatomy.
What? I haven't seen them since. We must save them.
I'm sorry, Graben, but their minds are gone. It's too late.
May the Makers preserve their souls.
What's the globe code, Graben?
Immortal. That's the word to unlock the door.
Of course it is.
Password.
Immortal.
Enter.
What are those?
They appear to be schematics of some kind. Judging by the shape and general mass, I'd say they were diagrams of the Great Machine.
Great machine? What's that?
It's the huge round piece of machinery that sits on the edge of the hive. Some say it was left there by the Makers themselves. Others think that it's a power source of some type. It used to emit a weird humming noise, but now it remains silent.
What?
According to these notes, 2 parts may have been removed to aid the insectoids. I need to visit the Great Machine and see for myself.
Mutilated grubs. What is Gromna doing with them? This pillow appears to be rather lumpy. Aha! A key.
Must have been a thin-ass pillow. Or a big-ass
A
key.
locked cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important within. Gromna's notes. They say that a sound generator will open the worm transport tube. These designs, I do not understand them. A control device. It seems to be generating an odd sound. Have you figured out the purpose of the machine?
Part of it. But I need time to properly study it. Gromna has removed 2 pieces from it. Generators of some kind. I need to attach the missing pieces to get the machine running again. Unfortunately, only Gromna knows where they are.
No, not now. Must I pass through the bowels of the monster?
Hello, my children. Yes, Father is here. Father is here. Yes, my children.
What have they done to this poor fellow? He's got an insectoid body. Who are you?
I am Grundle, and you are
I am Grimwall.
Grimwall the hero? Too late to save us now, hero.
Where are you from?
Research team sent to investigate the insectoids.
Sent by whom?
Council of Peace sent us to stop the plague of insectoids.
Plague? You mean the insects were going to take over the cities below?
Yes, until Gromna came up with his plan.
You mean the peace treaty?
Peace treaty? Hell no. He's helping the bugs get stronger with those cybernetics. They're going to attack during the meeting for the treaty.
What? I must warn the council before it's too late.
Already too late. Too far away from the city. Our poor...
Gromna is a traitor!
Traitor and a butcher. He did this to me. Said he didn't to run away. Said I stay here forever.
Team? What team is that?
Council of Peace sent us to stop the plague of insectoids.
What are you doing here?
I feed the clones.
These aren't real children?
Real enough for the Queen to feed on.
By the Makers!
The Makers cannot help us now.
I think this game doesn't like talking to that guy.
Save game.
Man, it's
Turn
tears
to
again.
game.
Caged Cyclops children!
Okay, that's obviously an
The
important too.
grubs make noise. For what purpose? Is this all the body of a single beast? These grubs are making some kind of faint noise. I wonder... Ugh!
Oh, Jesus, that's loud. in anything. Alright, I'll save it again.
Save game. Return to game.
How can I save these children from such an atrocity? Ah, grown Cyclops children! What a horrible fate! Their blood is being drained by this infernal machinery. Their blood... How can I... This looks like part of the great machine, but I can't move it. I need something to stop this machine. Only then can I disengage and remove it. She's half bug, but she still seems aware as a Cyclops. Who are you?
Gorilla. I'm surprised to see another Cyclops in the hive, especially in the Queen's chambers. You seem familiar to me. Do I know you?
I am Grimwall.
The Grimwall of the war? But how can this be? It must be a sign from the Makers.
Where are you from?
The city, of course. I was part of Grona's research team before he betrayed us.
I don't understand. How did Gromna betray your team?
It's a little complicated, but I've managed to piece it all together. I can tell you the whole story if you'd like.
What do you do here?
I tend to the clones, monitoring their life signs. When they are near the end, I must call for a drone to remove it and carry its body down to the furnace. Then another drone brings up another clone. I do what I can to make their short lives a little less painful. It saddens me to see them suffer so.
How does this thing work?
It's basically a large transfusion machine. Blood is drawn out of the clones and fed to the Queen.
Is there any way to shut it down?
Not that I know of. Gromna built it himself with some strange parts. Only he knows how it truly works.
I don't have much time, but I'd like to hear your story.
I'll keep it brief. After we were captured, the Queen was set to execute us. But Grona convinced the Queen to let us live. Although now I wish we had been killed swiftly, instead of suffering through Grona's so-called surgeries.
I don't understand. How does this surgery fit into the insectoid's plans?
It doesn't. Gromna has his own agenda. He seeks to unlock the secret of immortality. The insectoids have a greater metabolism than us, so he hopes to merge the two species and then use cybernetic enhancements in order to live forever. We're his experiments, his failures. We've been assigned to work here until we die.
Why do you stay here? Why not just escape?
We are part insectoid. We must obey the Queen's will, whether we want to or not. I suppose it doesn't matter anyway. One of the unfortunate side effects of merging our two species is dementia. Soon I'll be quite mad, like the rest.
Grab. A piece of machinery. I hope this is what Graven wanted. That won't solve anything. How can I... That... Monsters! I'll crush you! No, I must complete my task for Graven. How can... Must I pass through the bowels of the monster? A sound...